wife and I, we recently took a cruise on Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. And it was full of examples that highlight why we love cruising with them so much. Now, our family, we just love cruising in general. And all of the cruise lines that we have been on, now they've all been very good. But Royal Caribbean, now that is our go-to because you always know exactly what you're going to get. The experience on board any of their ships is consistently great, and the team members, by and large, are always on the lookout to elevate your experience. And now, this cruise in particular had two things happen that really captured our attention. Now, these were small things, okay, but the impact was huge. And so the first was our dining staff there at dinner, and they were great throughout. But on night two, we noticed that they didn't have escargot on their menu. It was there on night one, and it is always our favorite appetizer. And it has always been a daily item on their menus on past cruises. So we were naturally disappointed, but we understand things change. And so shortly after, though, the dining room manager, she came over to us to apologize and promised that even though it wasn't going to be on the menu for the rest of the cruise, she was going to make sure that we had it the next night. And sure enough, come dinner time that next night, without us asking about it, they brought it out. They made a big show about it. Now, it was a small thing, but it showed that they paid attention to us. They cared about us. And then more importantly, they followed through and delivered it to us. But now my favorite example, it took place in the Viking Crown Lounge there at the back of the ship. Now, on one of the days I had ordered a drink with Mary, the bartender there, and then I went on about my day. And several hours later, I ended up back at that bar, and Mary said with a big smile on her face, "Welcome back, Danny. Would you like another Goombay smash?" Now, it was such a small, simple gesture, but it made a world of difference to me. I know that I am very bad with remembering names, and there is a true art form to it. Now, if I was a regular customer of yours for months or years, and you didn't remember my name, I would be rather annoyed at that point. But I would never expect anybody, after one quick interaction, and what was probably one of 100 or more interactions that she had in that day, to remember my name. Okay, but this, it made me feel like $1,000,000. Okay, and for the rest of that trip, I went out of my way to go back to that bar and order with Mary, and made sure to tip her a little bit extra than I normally would have as well. So now there are few things more powerful than remembering somebody. Okay, just think about your own life. Now, who doesn't want to be remembered? And now the key here, and it's what great companies like Royal Caribbean have figured out, is that these little moments, they matter much more than you realize. Okay, if Mary didn't remember my name when I came back to the bar that day, I wouldn't have thought any less about Royal Caribbean. I wouldn't have thought any less about her as an employee. Because again, it was one interaction several hours earlier. I wouldn't have expected anybody to remember my name at that point. But the fact that Mary did, the fact that our servers, they made the effort to get us the escargot. Now this took what was already a very fun and enjoyable cruise, and it really elevated the experience to now be an outstanding one. And it is why we consistently look to book cruises with them. And so in today's world of forgettable experiences, where very few interactions feel genuine or different from any other company, it's those moments that really tell your customers that we care. And we care about you. We care about your experience with us. And we see you as the unique individual that you are, and not just another transaction in our day. So if you are a business owner, or maybe you're a manager, or team lead, or maybe you're a frontline employee, you're working in your very first job, what are those moments that you can really elevate with your customers? I think about those things, that they're the routine interactions that you have on a daily basis. But now you have the opportunity to really make a memorable impact on your customer. And I will tell you now, if you can find those moments, if you can consistently deliver small wow moments to them, you are going to create a loyal base of customers that will willingly go out of their way to choose you over all the competition around you that deliver mediocre and forgettable experiences. All right, and if you would like some help with this in your customer service journey, I'm including a few free tools down there in the video description below that you can use to really elevate the experience. You can also find a link down there to our website, www.snowassociates.com, if you'd like to learn about our training programs, whether that's coming in to deliver an in-person presentation or a virtual session. Oh, I want to thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and I will see you in the next video.